Hello, hello. Good evening. I am so excited and delighted to be with you here on today. My name is Dr. Terry Alford. I am known as the Women's Wealth Strategist, and I specialize in helping business owners and professionals build wealth and financial freedom so that we can live, lead, and leave multi-million dollar legacies. And guess what? I am back with another live challenge. If you are watching the replay, I want you to go ahead and put hashtag replay in the comment section. And on tonight, I am going to share the shortcut to building wealth faster. The secret to building wealth faster. Many people know me as the lady who hosts the Attract Abundance Conference. And yes, the Attract Abundance Conference will be in October. And our theme for last year's conference was Attract Abundance and Retire Wealthy. But truth be told, that is my actual movement. This year, the theme is moving millions. And if you are in a position in which you want to either move more money, move more people, or even look at what to do with your millions, you want to be in the room. Now, let me share with you how you can indeed have a shorter wealth building journey. Are you ready? Are you ready? The way that you can have a shorter wealth building journey is not by doing any get rich quick scheme. Oh my goodness. My phone is going off, but that's a good sign. Okay. It's not by any get rich quick schemes. No. I am not going to share a strategy with you that you may be thinking of that's going to help you build wealth faster, because I'm going to show you some type of software, or I'm going to give you some type of secret thing. Let me tell you the true secret, if there is a secret. So, and shortcut to building wealth faster is spending more time with wealthy people. The shortcut to building wealth faster, stronger, better is spending more time with wealthy people, being in spaces that make you feel wealthy, being in spaces where people do not shrink around money, being in spaces where your money mindset is elevated. What you thought was a lot of money turns into your new normal. What used to be your ceiling becomes your new floor. If you want the shortcut to building wealth faster, you want to spend more time with people who have successfully built wealth. Point blank, period. If you are spending more time with people who have built wealth and they have done it faster, you are going to get insight. You are going to get intel. You will pick up so many things, so many gems by just being in the right spaces with the right people that are having the right conversations. But if you are too focused on being the smartest person in the room, then guess what? You're going to miss out on your blessing, because the shortcut to building wealth and building it faster is to see what the wealthy is doing. If you want to be more wealthy, spend time with more wealthy people. When you are in Rome, you do as the Romans do. Well, you won't know what the Romans are doing unless you make the investment to be in the space with those people. Oh, Chanel, hello, good evening. You just confirmed a move I just made. Thank you. You're welcome. God gave me this message on today, and I'm giving it to you on tonight. And thank you for the connection. You want to move around. If you've been watching me for some time, you may have noticed that there has been a change within me. There's been a change within me, right? I don't go places I used to go. I don't talk the way I used to talk. I don't walk the way that I used to walk. Yes, I have met King Jesus. I met King Jesus a long time ago, but I can tell you, I met some other people and I've been in some other spaces and I've had different conversations that has up-leveled my mindset, my money, and my movement. Now, mindset, money, and movement are the core values for the Business Women Building Wealth community. And the Business Women Building Wealth community is a free community that you can tap into by going to jointerri.com. That is Terri, Terri. Go to jointerri.com. You can tap into our community. It is an amazing space. Women are abundant in that space. As a matter of fact, this year's Attract Abundance Conference is going to be in Frisco, and it is going to be the best conference and gala yet for our Business Women Building Wealth community. And people will share with you, they've made money, they've closed deals, they've met referral partners, they've met business partners by being in the space. But one thing that I always do every year when I host my conference and my gala, I make sure that there is somebody in the room that somebody else needs to meet. And I make sure that I bring them together. I brought people together at my gala last year. Hey, you need to know this person. You need to know this person. Happy connecting. Sometimes I do that through DMs and emails as well, because your network will really help you up level your net worth. But if you spend time in the same circles with the same people saying the same thing, you are going to get the same thing you have always gotten. Sometimes you have to make an investment in yourself and move around. For those of you who may not know, in the month of April, prior to getting sick, because I did get sick in April, I'm so glad to be back. But prior to getting sick, I went to Portugal and I went to Spain. And while I was in Portugal and in Spain, I was speaking with people who have a different mindset when it comes to business. And we didn't just speak about businesses. We spoke about our companies. We spoke about our revenue. We spoke about acquisitions. I had conversations today about acquisitions. I've looked at acquisitions totally differently. I spoke to a queen last month who not only has $1 million business, but a circle of millionaire friends. And she was speaking about things to me that her and her friends speak about in their circle in terms of ways to pay less in taxes. Because when you're a wealthy person and you're generating hundreds of thousands and you have millions of dollars within your retirement account, what you don't want to do is pay more money in taxes than you have to. So there are creative ways that you can move your money and save money legally. Well, ironically, guess what? I can help you with some of those ways. Some ways I can't, though. And in the ways in which I can't, I will be happy to refer you to a wonderful business owner and woman that is connected within my community, because that's what we do. If you want the shortcut to building wealth, I'm telling you, spend more time with the wealthy. Now, when you are spending more time with the wealthy, that does mean that you have to make an investment. I went to Portugal. I'm telling you, it's a lot of money in Portugal. A whole lot of money in this mofo. That's what I was thinking when I was in Portugal. It was a whole lot of money in Portugal. But let me tell you something. I did not go to Portugal without making an investment. I had to make an investment of my time, my energy, and my money. And I had to plan as a business owner. I had to plan to not be working my business like I typically do. I had to plan to be out of office, to make the investment in myself, to be around power players, to be a part of an incredible mastermind full of incredible people. Shout out to the Power Players Mastermind. I made that investment, and I believe in investing in myself. I had the opportunity to MC an incredible event on yesterday, hosted by none other than the Amberly Lago. And I had the honor to share with women who are in her mastermind, women who have invested in themselves. I got an opportunity to share a piece of me in that circle. And they got an opportunity to share their stories with me. And guess what? Some of us are building wealth. Some of us have already built wealth. If you want to know what the wealthy is doing, you have to make the investment to be in the room, to be in the spaces. Sometimes you may have to go out of state. Sometimes you may have to go out of the country. But once you see things that up level your mindset, your money, and movement, you will not be the same. I'm here telling you, you will not be the same. So the shortcut to building wealth faster is to get in good company with people who are going to light a fire under you and who are not going to let you stay at the same level. They are not going to be gatekeepers. They're not going to be opportunistic. Y'all know those people who only want to benefit from being close to you, but they don't want you to benefit from them in any way. You know, they want to make sure that they're able to make money because they're close to you, but they'll never become a client. They don't refer any business. They don't give you any insight. They just opportunistic. No, I'm not talking about those types of people. I'm talking about being around people where the relationship is a symbiotic relationship. It's not a parasitic relationship. You know, I was sharing with my attendees of my challenge. I actually had a 3-day challenge this week, and it's called the Consistency and Cash Flow Challenge. And I shared about a season in which I did not want to help people, and I definitely didn't want to help women anymore. I was like, I do not want to help women because women have stabbed me in the back time after time. I have poured in, day out. People have not been appreciating me, and I don't want to work with women anymore. I've had money and debt roll up to me in my agency by women and a couple of men, but mostly women. Say, I don't want to work with women anymore. And guess what I discovered? I was bringing in partners from places that I should not have been bringing in partners. You know why? Because those people did not have the same level of integrity that I have. And so instead of quitting serving women altogether, I just moved around. I changed who I was around. I changed my ideal client. I changed my ideal market, but I changed who I spent majority of my time with. Because I realized that you are a reflection of your audience. You are a reflection of your circle. If you are the smartest person in every circle you're in, if you're the wealthiest person in every circle that you're in, if you're the most talented person in every circle you're in, you need to move around. Sometimes you need to move around and get into spaces with people that do not look like you. I have spent majority of my day with people who do not look like me. I have. And it was a day that opened up my eyes like never before. But you know what? I had to say, you know what? I am going to do what most people won't do so I can have what most people won't have. Because I already have one thing that most people don't have, and that is a special calling on my life. There is a special divine assignment on my life. How dare I play small? How dare I think that this is about me? Because it's not. It is about my calling. It is about my purpose. It is about my ministry. It is about what God has called me to do. And some of you don't even know that your business is a ministry. Your company, what you are building, it is being built to give people exactly what they need. If you are a therapist, guess what? That is your ministry. That is your ministry because you're helping people heal. If you are a coach, if you are a consultant, you are giving people the blueprint. You're giving them the missing piece that's going to unlock doors, that's going to give them access to the next level version of themselves. Even if you're a contractor, I had a contractor come to my home and work on some things that I could not work on myself. Your business is a ministry. You know why? Because once that work was done, I felt better. I slept better. I breathed better. It was just all better. Everybody has an assignment. Everybody has something that you are called to. So there are no There should be no little U's and big I's. We all serve a purpose. But guess what? Part of your purpose is to help people get out of their financial situation and to go to their next level, which is part of my assignment. So even if you are already making multiple millions, if you do not know what to do with that money, or maybe if you're like, I need to be in a space where I don't feel alone, where I can talk about money freely, you need to go ahead and get your ticket to the Attract Abundance Conference, because like that's what we do at the conference. We talk about money. And this year, we're talking about money more than anything else. We're talking about money and millions. That's what we're talking about. Money and moving millions. That's what we're talking about at the Attract Abundance Conference. So you need community. The way to build wealth faster is to build your network and to be around more wealthy people. There are strategies that you are going to learn that you will not learn by listening to your favorite podcast. I'm sorry, I'm just going to be honest. Some stuff you're not going to listen or hear on your favorite podcast. Some stuff you're not going to read in a book. Some of y'all don't like reading anyway. And if you do like reading, you may not read the book that have this secret in it. But if you sit down at the right table with the right individuals, you're going to hear the right things that help you make the right moves. Sometimes you just need to be in the spaces of people that will give you the smallest tip to change how you move. I had someone share with me that she was really blessed and inspired when I shared with her that a couple of years ago, I removed everything from my house that was not in the best condition. So if I had socks with holes in them, they went in the trash. I don't know why I used to wear socks with holes in them. I don't know, but that doesn't sound very abundant, does it? For whatever reason, I would wear socks with holes in them. If I had clothes that I put bleach on accidentally, sometimes I would sleep in those clothes because in my mind, I was like, well, these items can still be used. But I had to throw those items away. I threw away everything that wasn't in tip-top condition. You know how, you have some pots and pans that may not be in the best condition. Sometimes the handle is broke, or you can see that it's rusting. Like, I was still using it. Why? Because I was like, I don't have to have the finest things in life. Like, this is okay. This is good enough. I got comfortable with good enough. I got so complacent with good enough. And once I decided to throw things away that was not in the best condition, I realized that I was holding on to things because I still needed to up-level my mindset and realize that I needed to work on operating with an abundant mindset. And that's when I started to adopt and create what I call the Attract Abundance affirmations. I said, you know what? I am a magnet for wealth and prosperity. Why am I doing this? I'm going to be honest. I'm going to tell y'all a secret. I'm going to tell you a secret. You're going to think this is funny, but it's for real. So there's a restaurant. One day there's a restaurant that opened up near me, right? And when the restaurant opened, I saw a promotional item that said if you were one of the first 100 people in line, you ate free for a year. Well, that particular day that restaurant opened, it was raining cats and dogs. Do you hear me? And I couldn't tell if I was in line on time. I couldn't tell if I was number 80 or if I was 100. But I was like, I'm going to stand outside because I like free. I want free food. And then I had a thought. I said, wait a minute. Why am I outside in the rain like I really need to eat this fast food for free for a year? I don't need this. This is not giving abundance. This is not giving abundance. I'm not fit to do this. I'm going to let somebody else have it. I whipped my happy butt to my car because you have to work on your mindset. Every level of you requires you to be in spaces with other people that are going to help you see that some of the things that you're doing is not helping you, it's actually hurting you. So when that queen told me, she said, Terry, you really inspired me to throw away things that were not in the best conditions. I realized that I was doing the same thing. And I said, I do deserve nice things. I do deserve fine things. Y'all, I'm not saying go out there and overspend. I'm not saying bust your budget. I'm not saying that. What I am saying is you need to continuously work on your mindset. And the shortcut to building wealth is being around the wealthy. So what you're going to do is you are going to operate with a wealthy mindset. You're going to speak wealth into your life. You're going to concentrate like the next level version of yourself will be here next month before you know it. Stop procrastinating. You know, one thing I've noticed about wealthy people, they do what they want to do on time and in time, and that's it. That's all. Right? They actually don't apologize a lot. I noticed that too. They don't really say I'm sorry. I'm not talking about them being unapologetic. I'm not saying they're unapologetic and they don't admit when they're wrong. I'm saying that they're not the type of person that's just gonna say they're sorry when they're not sorry. Shout out to Stay. I bet she likes that. Why are we saying we're sorry when we're not sorry? Why are we apologizing? What are you apologizing for? Own your season, own your brilliance. One of my affirmations is my brilliance is worth millions. My brilliance is worth millions. And you know what? I came up with that affirmation after being around wealthy people who were doing things that I know how to do. And I said, wait a minute, I'm selling myself short. I know a lot more than I give myself credit for. My brilliance is worth millions. And that became an affirmation. And that's an affirmation that I still say to this day. So I'm getting ready to wrap up this live, but I do want to share with you that I am going to be going live because I want to remind you that in this season, you can attract abundance and retire wealthy, and you do not have to do it alone. If you have yet to have your Retire Wealthy consultation with me, you can book an appointment on my calendar. There is a link that is going across the bottom of the screen in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. There we are. There it is. Okay, there's a link that's going across the bottom of the screen. And you can go to that link, follow the link, and book a Retire Wealthy consultation. It is free. It costs you $0.00. I would love to meet with you. I've mentioned the conference. I've mentioned the gala. You are welcome to go to attractabundanceconference.com and buy your ticket. The ultra early bird tickets are on sale right now. I'm telling y'all, once we announce the lineup, you are really going to want to get your tickets because this event is going to sell out. It is going to sell out, and you do not want to miss out. That's all I have to say on that. Okay. So again, thank you so much for watching this live. And then last but not least, if you have not subscribed to the Attract Abundance and Retire Wealthy podcast, make sure you do that. And I thank you so much for watching this live. And if you found it to be inspirational, motivational, or educational, drop those words in the comment section. And I'll see you again on tomorrow. Adios and good night.